Hi guys, welcome to another Touch of Film. This week I've got a Criterion update, just a couple, really about 3. Like always, the Asian titles. Starting off with Tanpopo. This is the latest release. Directed by Tami. He is just a fantastic director. A film for foodies, really. It's all about food, basically, in so many different ways, how it affects people, how it influences people, what role it plays in our life. These are little sub-stories that go around the film, whilst having a main plot of a woman who owns a mediocre restaurant, and she really wants to make like a good ramen place, and she has the help of a couple of truckers, one being a very young Ken Watanabe, and from there she gets help from other people like a local gangster, and they're all just basically doing their best to help her to make the perfect ramen, once including like a grandmaster of ramen who teaches her how to make like a perfect broth. Yeah, a fantastic film, and when you're watching, you just fancy a ramen, and like cool little sub stories. One being like this guy who goes to a posh French restaurant with all his work colleagues, all of them being senior management. He's sort of like low level. He's young, and everyone's like in their 60s, and they just all look down at him, and they're all ordering like the same food. They have really low knowledge of food, and he comes out ordering this fine French cuisine and excellent fine wine. And it's like little stories. They're only like 10 minutes long within the movie. Yeah, absolutely fantastic films. There's like also a couple that are throughout the film who see food in like a very erotic way. They're always feeding each other whilst doing saucy stuff, basically. Yeah, Juzo Itami just made such a fantastic film. This film has just got loads of extras on here, documentaries, a small little short film in there by Itami, Rubber Band Pistol, and just loads of extras really. And the restoration is fantastic, absolutely beautiful. That is Tanpopo. Guys, it's really hot here in London, so mind me, I am sweating a little bit. Next up is Edward Yang's Yi Yi, the late great Edward Yang. If you don't know who he is, he was a Taiwanese director, just an absolute great director, really. This story of a family, a father, wife, a son and a daughter, each one going through their own problems at the time. The father is very disenfranchised about his work, sort of to lose interest in it. His wife, the mother, is going through midlife crisis. The daughter is having relationship issues, going through love triangle, and the son is like getting bullied at school by girls. He's like a young little kid, and he's like gaining an interest in photography. And at the same time, their grandmother is in a coma. So each day you see they're all talking to her and talking about their problems. It's really an emotional film, absolutely fantastic. Edward Yang, he died so early in his life, and I'd just love to have seen a bigger body of work from him, just because his films are just fantastic. This being one of his best. This again is jam-packed with loads of stuff, with interviews with Tony Raines, as well as the audio commentary with Edward Yang and Tony Raines, and just loads of like stuff about the Taiwanese cinema movement at the time. Nice essay book here. Yeah, a great Criterion. The restoration is beautiful. Fantastic. Next up is Karida's Still Walking. Karida is, I've spoken about him before with Our Little Sister. This I think is his best film that I've seen. I really love Still Walking. Just a beautiful film. Another film about family, about a couple, like a husband and wife, and they're going to see the husband's family. The wife was married before her husband died, and she has a son from her previous marriage, and they go to see the family. The father and the son and the father really have this terrible relationship. He had a brother that passed away, and it is just a like complete disconnection between them, and really emotional to watch. It is just breathtaking, this film. It's, whilst it seems like so quiet and slow paced, there is just so much emotion on the screen. It is just phenomenal. And a lot of people do say that Karida is the heir to Ozu's throne. They have a very similar style of filmmaking, very static, yet same sort of topics about family. And I think Karida has, like, you can see he's really inspired by Ozu to so many degrees, and yeah, an absolute masterpiece. Just to also let you know, guys, this is a region A, like Yi Yi, but there will be a plain archive release of this. I've seen some of the images. It uses this artwork. Yeah, a fantastic movie. I will be getting the plain archive as well, because this is one of my favourite films. The plain archive probably won't have English friendly special features, so, but yeah, this has actually got some really cool stuff in the essay book, some imagery, an essay, as well as, where is it, some recipes, because the food is you see a lot of food being cooked in the film, and this is when the family is together, and a lot of discussions and the conversations happen during the cooking and during the eating, and that's where a lot of the story really comes out. So you do see a lot of the food in there, and there's recipes in there, which is really weird to see in a Blu-ray release. Yeah, and that is Still Walking. Also, just see with the Tanpopo, this was something I didn't show you. This had this poster on here, which I thought was really nice here, and on the other side is like a big essay, which I thought was really cool. I didn't show you that, but there you go. Cool, and that is Still Walking, Tanpopo and Yi Yi. Guys, these two are Region A locked. This is Region 3, Region A and B versions are out. This is my first Region B Criterion. So yeah, I really recommend this movie so much. If you haven't got Region 3 Blu-ray player, definitely check it out. And if you have, get the other two. Quite a long film, Yi Yi. It's about just under 3 hours long, but beautiful nonetheless. Yeah, guys, that's my Criterion update. Let me know what you think. Please click like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Oh, and also just to let you know, I'm in the process of doing another marathon. I'm not going to talk too much about it. It's a bit of a surprise. It'll be up within either this week or next week. But then, till then, guys, take it easy. See you later.